Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews, and it's time for another Homebrew Wednesday. It's a wrap up of the Homebrew Wednesday I was discussing last time about the bottling and things like that. It is my Magnum Opus, my Imperial German Pale Ale. This one's been oak aged, bit of vanilla, and the hops, Maris Otter hops. I believe it was a Munich Pale. Munich. I'm shit memory and I never write anything down. Marisotter's Munich Pale, 10 Crystal 20, Crystal 20, Crystal 60, Crystal 140, or 170. I can't remember. I think it's 140, and a bit of chocolate malt. Threw it in there too to spice it up. What I did was with this one is no Maris Otter. Let me take that back. What I did with this one is I did a half and half. It was an extract mixed with malt, with my own little spiced up version of malts. I wanted to see how it turned out because I don't know if you can actually blend those together or not. Some people do, some people don't. I don't know. I just do things how I do them, and that's what I did. I used basically the malt for a pale ale, and then spiced it up with some real, the crystals, the Mushin, and the chocolate. So to spice up and to give it a little bit more body of sweetness. And I used Tettnang, Magnum, and German Imperial, German US, German Northern Brewer. I used a Nike's ton of Magnum, I think a whole pound of Magnum, and then a half a pound of Tettnang. And then I think I only used like a cup, because those were whole leaf, and then I used 1 cup of Northern Brewer on top of that. So that's what it was. And then better be said, I took a half a cup of Cascade, and I put it to dry hop it. This is, and I used oats as well to try to give it a little bit more body. The only sad thing was, it gave it a cloudy. No, actually not sad. I'll take that back. It wasn't sad that it gave it a cloudy haze. I kind of expected a cloudy haze because I tried to get like that kind of 60-minute look out of it, that nice hazy look. It's the problem that I had is I actually expected it to be a little darker than it is. So there you go. There's that haze. So either a little darker than that or a little lighter than that, I would have been happy. Because the haze, like I said, was to be expected. It's a German Imperial Pale Ale in my eyes, so I'm using my Saarland glass. Alright. This one doesn't have a label on it. If you check out DJ's Brew Tube, he will be doing a review of my Magnum Opus. Whether he likes it or not, that doesn't matter, but that one will have a label on it. It was a rush, spur of the moment, print one out, slap it on with regular paper, but it's still a label. The other ones that I'll do later, any new ones, plus the old ones that I do that need reviewed, will have proper labels on them. But that's not really a big deal. But I'm gonna stop you for right now, and we'll get back to a taste test. Cheers. All right, guys. Got the head down a little bit. Really smoky, really charcoaly, smoky. A lot of hop coming up. Real earthy hops, and that's what I was going for. I was going for a real earthy, bit of floral, really earthy kind of a hop base. Almost fugglish. Bit of pine, not pine, but bit of a citrus note to it. From that dry hopping with the Cascade, gave it a little bit of a grapefruit citrus twinge to it. Cheers. Real big, nice hop character to it. And at the end of the swill, you're getting all this nice sweet malt. and really balance itself out pretty nice. The surprising thing is I was actually expecting it to be a lot more hoppy. And there's a real big nice hop presence, and the bitterness is still in my mouth, kind of wafting away a little bit, which is nice. But I was almost expecting kind of like a 1000 IBU kind of a deal. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, but I know I loaded the hell out of it with hops, and I'm not afraid to do that again because I do enjoy this hop character. Nice and refreshing. The hops make it really interesting and enjoyable. I love the smoky flavor. I like that nice charcoaly, burnt wood kind of smoke, that flavor that's coming off of it since it was aged with the oak. Very mellow though. I mean, it's surprisingly low key. I mean, it's not hitting you in the face with a bunch of, you know, just real malts or real hop. Everything's kind of just together, you know what I mean? One's not overshadowing the other in a way. The hops, excuse me. That being said, the hops are forward. It's very, very, very hop forward, but at the same time, it's not overbearingly so. And the malt does have its moment to play its part, so that's pretty nice. I am getting, which is pretty interesting, I'm getting a hydrometer and the test tube for it. So I will be able to properly put my ABVs down, I'll be able to properly test my ales, and I will be able to properly know when they are done fermenting before bottling. I'm also making a racking system. Basically all it is it's going to be shaped just like a conical fermenter with a ball valve right above the taper. But it's just going to be the same basic kind of concept, carboy kind of concept that most home brewers do, except it's going to be upside down. It's going to be upside down in a little holder, and it's going to get chilled, which will cause all the sediment to go down, and then I'll open the ball valve through a tube into the next either the next secondary fermenter or into my bottling container, and boom bam, and which should create a much cleaner filtered ale for me, because I think this one has a little bit too much carbonation, because I'm not sure if it was actually done working. But you know, there you go. If anybody watches this, because I don't know how to use hydrometers and stuff like that, if your ale, no matter what it is, has a higher viscosity, natural viscosity, mouthfeel, will that affect your hydrometer readings? If I, you know, pop this up and it's reading 1.050, and I get this down to 1.008, thin mouth, this is a medium mouthfeel, but say I had a thin mouthfeel, you're trying to get back to 1. If I had a stout, I'm thinking start around 2.00 or 1.090. And then I'm only going to work it down to 150, 1050. I'm not sure. Please let me know. I know you guys are masters. There's a bunch of great homebrew masters on the interweb right now, and I was hoping you guys could shed some light onto that subject, because I'm new to this. I'm not a professional by any means, but this is good beer. Magnum Opus, German double Imperial Pale Ale. This has been Paul from PABrewNews with my Lair Brewery's newest brew. Pretty good stuff. Started with 2 cases. I have a case, so this and that, a little bit less than the case. I have 24 ales left. I started just the beginning of this week with 2 cases, and already I'm down to 24. That's okay. I just was online, homebrewers.com, picked up a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be making a chocolate stout. I'm going to be making a English style pale ale mixed with honey and lavender to see how that comes out. And then I will be making a red ale, kind of a scotchy ale, because it's going to have rye and smoked malts into it. and I'm thinking about aging a portion of it anyway on Scotch soaked oak chips. So let me know what you think about those too. Do you think if it's a good idea, bad idea, or if you have other suggestions, or some really good aging chips for booze aging, oak aging beers. As always, I really thank everyone for watching, subscribing, giving a crap what I talk about, and commenting. So this has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Hey guys, just one little last thought here. I just want to let you know, I'll put it down anyway, but I'm going to let you go. Well, I guess you can call this a blooper. But I just want to let you guys know I'm going to rate this one an 8 out of 10. I think it's really good. I would have appreciated a little bit more malt or a lot more hop. Wanted to make a pretty extreme ale. But yeah, I'm going to have to give it an 8 out of 10. It's totally drinkable. Pretty good. Work on the clarity a little bit. Work on this, work on that. And also, I was just letting everybody in the macro brew world, or the brewery world, know, you know, I was just thinking, home brewers can make great beer. They can also make good beer. They can also make okay beer. But they're doing it by themselves in the house, generally with no training, with little money, doing it as hobbies, and they can still produce generally pretty consistent great beer, or good beer, or okay beer. So that to me says, how dare most of these breweries make okay beer, bad beer. I mean, if guys in basements can overshadow you guys, I mean, that's pretty bad. So I'm thinking, you know, shout out to you breweries out there. You need to step it up. You can make good beer at the minimum, but you should be making some great beer and some excellent beer too. Put a little passion, a little effort, and don't worry about nickel and dime and everything. And you're going to be making some actual world-class beer. It'd be nice if all the breweries did that. Well, that's only my little thought.